I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm Saurabh Singh, your science faculty, and welcoming everyone in Board. And in this session, we are going to discuss very important chapter of science, that is vitamins and their deficiency diseases. Okay, so basically we will talk about different kind of vitamins and their properties, and especially the disease caused by their deficiency. Okay, so please enjoy this class. Take your pen and paper also, so that you can make your own notes, and so that you can revise these things at the time of your examination. Okay, so take your pen and paper and make notes properly and try to understand each and everything. Okay, although there is nothing to understand, nothing is conceptual, but information is a lot, so you have to note down each and everything. Okay, so let's start the class and please enjoy the class. That is vitamins and their deficiency diseases. Vitamins and their deficiency diseases. So first we will talk about vitamins. So vitamins are organic molecules required for metabolic reactions. Okay, in our body there are various metabolic reactions are going on continuously. Okay, so basically to fulfill the requirements or fulfill the need of those metabolic reactions, vitamins are required. Okay, so that is the use of vitamin in our body, and they usually cannot be made. That is, vitamins usually cannot be made by the body and are needed in trace amount, which means they are needed in very small quantity, very small amount, but cannot be prepared by our body. Now vitamins are not synthesized in our body, so we complete our vitamin requirement from outside food materials. Okay, so that's why we basically intake food materials, so that we can fulfill our vitamin requirements. Okay, so that our metabolic reactions, whatever is going on inside our body, can do their process in a regular manner. Okay, so vitamins are of two types. Vitamins are of two types. One is fat soluble vitamin and another one is water soluble vitamin. One is fat soluble and another one is water soluble. So four vitamins, vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin D and vitamin A comes under fat soluble vitamin. Vitamin B and C come under water soluble vitamin. So you can remember this by remembering one word, kida. Remember just kida. Okay, kida. Okay, kida, it is a Hindi word, and in English it means insect. It means insect. So remember kida. From kida you can remember KEDA. These are fat soluble vitamins: vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin A. And the remaining vitamin, that is B and C, are water soluble vitamin. Okay, so in a broad way, basically vitamins are of two types: fat soluble and water soluble vitamin. Clear? Okay, now first we will discuss about vitamin K. So you have to remember this thing. Okay, that is their chemical name. Very very important. That is their chemical name. Very very important. So what is the chemical name of vitamin K? It is phyloquinone as well as naphthoquinone. Okay, two names are there: phyloquinone and naphthoquinone. Very very important. Very very important. Most important. So what is the source of vitamin K? Green leafy vegetables, soya beans. The human body can also produce vitamin K through germs in the colon. Colon is a part of small intestine. Okay, so vitamin K is also produced by our body, but in a very small amount by our small intestine. Basically, the colon parts in our small intestine, basically it produces vitamin K. Okay, and from outside food materials by using green leaf vegetables, soya beans, etc. These are the source of vitamin K. Now, what is the function of this vitamin? Helps blood clotting. Very very important. This is the most important part. This is the most important part. Vitamin K helps in blood clotting. If you will get question from this vitamin, definitely you will get this question. Okay, which vitamin helps in a blood clotting? Vitamin K. And that's why it prevents overbleeding, and it also maintains the health of our liver. It also maintains the health of our liver. And with excess or by excess intake of this vitamin, it can lead to liver damage. Okay, by the excess intake of this vitamin K, it can lead to liver damage also. Okay, so yes, it is required to maintain the health of our liver, but also if you take this in very excess amount, then it can also lead to liver damage. Okay, so deficiency is also harmful and excess of anything is also harmful. Okay, So these things should be maintained in average amount, okay, whatever is the requirement of our body. Now, what are the symptoms of deficiency? What are the symptoms of deficiency? Uncontrolled bleeding, obviously, because it helps in blood clotting. So if there is a deficiency of vitamin A, there will be an uncontrolled bleeding in your wounds, okay. So uncontrolled bleeding from wounds due to clotting difficulty, that is the main symptom that your body is lacking of vitamin K. Okay, so very very important, helps in blood clotting. Its chemical name is phylloquinone or naphthoquinone, and excess of this vitamin can lead to liver damage. Now we will talk about vitamin A, vitamin E, sorry, and vitamin E. The chemical name of vitamin E is tocopherol, tocopherol, and it is also known as beauty vitamin. It is also known as beauty vitamin. Very very important. You will get question from here. Which one of the following vitamin is which one of the following vitamin is known as beauty vitamin? It is vitamin E. What is the chemical name? It is tocopherol, and it is also known as anti-sterility vitamin. Anti-sterility vitamin. This is very very important. These two lines are basically four questions itself. Okay, tocopherol, beauty vitamin, and anti-sterility vitamin. What is anti-sterility vitamin? Read this line. Vitamin E is called the anti-sterility vitamin. It is so called because of its property of boosting sexual health in men and women, and it is widely used for treating sterility related issues. Okay, so sterility related issues are treated by using vitamin E, because that's why it is called as anti-sterility vitamin, and it boosts your sexual health in both men and women. It boosts your sexual health. Understood? Now, what are the symptoms of deficiency in newborn infant, in babies? In babies, hemolytic anemia is the disease which caused by the deficiency of vitamin E. Okay, in infants or in babies, hemolytic anemia. What is hemolytic anemia? I will tell you. And in adults, just weakness you will feel. Symptoms of excess, low thyroxine level, headache, and dizziness and fatigue. These are the symptoms of excess of vitamin E. These are the symptoms of excess of vitamin E. What is hemolytic anemia? Basically, hemolytic anemia, just try to understand from here. This is a normal blood cells. Okay, these are what? Red blood cells and white blood cells. These are white blood cells, WBCs. Okay, and these are RBCs, red in color. Okay, so they are normal blood. Okay, these are normal convex shape blood cells. Okay, basically red blood cells are like this. Okay, in a convex lens shape, in a convex shape. You have to remember this thing also. Okay, red blood cells are of convex shape. Okay, that is bulged in from both sides. That is bulged bulged in from both sides. Clear? So, this is a normal blood cell, healthy red blood cells. Now, in hemolytic anemia, red blood cells have defected membranes. Red blood cells have defected membranes, means red blood cells break down into several parts. Okay, red blood cells break down into several parts. Here you can see small parts. Okay, like this, and these are the parts of WBC. Okay, so breakdown of RBCs into these parts, such kind of disease is known as hemolytic anemia, and is caused caused to infants by the deficiency of vitamin E. Is it understood? Clear? So this is hemolytic anemia. Very very important. Now let's move to vitamin D. Let's move to vitamin D. Now vitamin D, what is the chemical name? Chemical name is calciferol, and it is also known as sunshine vitamin. So this is again very very important. First thing you have to remember, that it is a sunshine vitamin. Okay, okay. And what is the chemical name of vitamin D? It is calciferol. Ferrol. What is the chemical name of vitamin E? It is tocopherol. Toco and calciferol. Now, function of vitamin D: helps body absorb and utilize calcium and phosphorus to maintain bones, teeth, and brain healthy. Very very important function. Very very important function. Okay, basically, this vitamin helps our body to absorb and utilize calcium and phosphorus, and so that it can maintain the health of your bone, your teeth, and your brain healthy. Okay, because our brain and as well as our bones and teeth are made up of calcium and phosphorus. Okay, so to maintain their health, our body needs calcium and phosphorus in some amounts. Okay, and vitamin D is the basically vitamin D is the main source of that calcium and phosphorus. Basically it helps to absorb that chemical calcium and phosphorus, not the source, basically not directly source. Okay, with the help of vitamin D our body absorbs these two compound sorry these two elements, calcium and phosphorus. Understood? Now it also maintains normal calcium level in blood. Okay, it also maintains normal calcium level in blood. And what are the symptoms of deficiency in children or in infants? Rickets disease occur, and in adults osteomalacia and osteoporosis disease happens. Clear? So clear. So this is also very important. This is also very important in infants or in children's. In infants or in children's, rickets is the disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. And in adults, osteomalacia and osteoporosis is the disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. What is osteoporosis? What is osteoporosis? In the figure, in the given figure, you can see uh, about osteoporosis. This is healthy bone. This is healthy bone. Here you can see pores are very close and very small. Here pores are very small and very tiny size. That is where density is very nice of this bone. Density is very nice. Here density is very nice. Now in this osteoporosis bone you can see this uh, bigger holes compared to the healthy bone. See here density is very low. Density is very less. Density is very less. Okay, so that's why if density is very less, which means osteoporosis, that is bones are very weak, you can say. Okay, these kind of bones are very weak, and healthy bone are very strong because their density is very high. Their density is very good and very high. Okay, so this is osteoporosis. And similarly osteomalacia. Basically osteomalacia is a disease which causes the change in the shape of your leg, like bow shaped leg occurs. Okay, in bow shaped leg occurs, or like extra knock knee, this kind of leg, or this kind of leg is caused due to because of this disease, osteomalacia. And this also occurs because of the low density of your bone. Okay, and it is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D, because vitamin D helps to absorb and utilize calcium and phosphorus. So somewhere there is a lack of calcium and phosphorus. That's why these disease occurs, osteomalacia and osteoporosis. I hope it is clear to everybody now. Now, what are the symptoms of excess? What are the symptoms of excess? So high calcium level, obviously, if you take a vitamin D in very excess amount, then it will lead to high calcium level in the blood, causes abnormal heartbeat and damage to organs such as kidneys. And it will also lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and itchy skin also. Okay, so these are the symptoms of excess. Symptoms of excess are not so much important. Okay, until and unless it is a very unique cause or a unique kind of disease, at least at that point it is not so much important. You have to remember basically the deficiency. Okay, basically the symptoms of deficiency of that vitamin. Clear? Now let's come to vitamin A. So vitamin A, what is the chemical name of vitamin A? It is a retinol. Chemical name is retinol. Very important. Chemical name is retinol. What are the functions of vitamin A? It maintains your eye health. It maintains healthy hair, nails, and skin. Maintain healthy respiratory and intestinal tracts. Okay, And what are the symptoms of deficiency? Two most important disease: night blindness and xerophthalmia. Night blindness and xerophthalmia both are the eye related disease. Both are the eye related disease. Okay, so remember these things also. Xerophthalmia is a disease basically related to eye of human being. So eye related disease both are. Okay, night blindness and xerophthalmia. Dry eyes, dry skin, stomach discomfort, weak bones and teeth are the symptoms of the deficiency of vitamin A. And what are the symptoms of excess? Nervousness, irritability, hair loss, liver injury, headache, and bone pain. These are the normal symptoms of excess of this vitamin A. Okay, so you have to remember one thing: retinol is the chemical name, xerophthalmia is the disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A, and it is an eye related disease. This is the most important part. And this point, it maintains the health of your hair, nails and skin. Okay, and it also maintains your eye health. Okay, so these are the important point from vitamin A part. Basically these are the important points. Understood? Awesome. Let's move to our next vitamin, that is vitamin B. That is vitamin B. So vitamin B is the only vitamin which is of various kinds. Okay, which is of various kind. First we will discuss vitamin B1, vitamin B2 and vitamin B6. Then we will discuss about vitamin B3, B5 and B12. Clear? So I'm going to tell you one very important short trick. You have to remember TRP 126. Okay, some television show, let's say the TRP of that television show is 126. TRP of that television show is 126. You have to remember like this: TRP 126, TRP 126. What is the meaning of this 126? B1, B2 and B6. B1, B2 and B6, that is 126. And now here T stands for tocopherol. Oh, sorry, T stands for thiamine, and R stands for riboflavin, and P stands for pyridoxine. P stands for pyridoxine, R stands for riboflavin, R stands for riboflavin, and T stands for thiamine. T stands for thiamine. And TRP 126, from here you can remember B1, chemical name of vitamin B1 is thiamine, chemical name of vitamin B2 is riboflavin, and chemical name of vitamin B6 is pyridoxine. TRP of some television show is 126. Now, vitamin B1, thiamine is the chemical name. Source are sprouts and yeast, and disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1 is a beriberi. Okay, let's say options are like vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin A. Then you have to take vitamin B. Per, uh, but particularly, if let's say there are options like beriberi is a disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin, and options are like this: B1, B2, B6 and B12. Then in that condition you have to tick this option, A option, that beriberi is a disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1. Very very important. Clear? Now vitamin B2, chemical name is riboflavin. Source are sprouts present in cow milk also. Yellowish nature of that cow's milk. Okay, yellowish nature of that cow's milk is basically because of the presence of vitamin B2. Because of the presence of vitamin B2. So in cow's milk, vitamin B is present. In cow's milk, vitamin B is present, and in sprouts also, vitamin B is present. And the disease caused by the deficiency of this vitamin: chillosis and ulceration. Ulcer and chillosis are the disease. Very very important. You have to remember these two diseases caused by the deficiency of vitamin B2. Caused by the deficiency of vitamin B2. Chillosis disease and ulceration. Very very important. Now vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, chemical name is pyridoxine. Chemical name is pyridoxine, and it is responsible for remembering dreams. One of the most important line. One of the most important line. Mark it like 5-star line. Vitamin B6, that is chemical name is pyridoxine. It is the only vitamin which is responsible for remember dreams. Whenever you see some dreams na, and you are able to remember that dream in just after woke up also. Okay, so in that condition, Why you remember dream? Why you remember dreams sometimes? Because of this vitamin B6. Okay, that is pyridoxine. Very important point. Very important point. Now, symptoms of deficiency of this vitamin causes anemia, nervousness, insomnia, depression, and muscle cramp. So these are the normal symptoms of the deficiency of vitamin B6. Anemia, nervousness, insomnia, that is lack of sleep. Okay, you will not be able to sleep, and depression and muscle cramp. Now, there are three more vitamins of related to B group, that is vitamin B3. Its chemical name is niacin. Vitamin B5, its chemical name is pantothenic acid, and vitamin B12, it is a cyanocobalamin. It is a cyanocobalamin, only cobalt containing vitamin B12. Very important. Only cobalt. Cobalt is a element, metal basically. Cobalt containing vitamin. Okay, very important. It's a element. Basically, it's a metal, cobalt containing vitamin. Very important. Very, very important. Vitamin B12. And you can remember its chemical name also by cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobala. Cobala is for cobalt. Cobala is for cobalt. So you can remember both things, that their chemical name also, and cyanocobalamin, and from cyanocobalamin you can remember one thing, cobala, that is it's a only cobalt containing vitamin, that is vitamin B12. Diseases: pale skin, constipation, and fatigueness. Vitamin B5. Its chemical name is what? Its chemical name is pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid. Disease is again fatigue, muscle cramp, and pellagra. Okay, so now here pellagra is a different one. Pellagra is a different kind of disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B5. So pellagra is important. Pellagra is important because fatigueness and muscle cramps are everywhere, but pellagra is not at everywhere. It is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B5. Now, vitamin B3, again skin disease, diarrhea, depression, and dementia. So these are also not so much important, okay, because there are various other factors also which causes diarrhea, depression, dementia, skin diseases. Understood? Now, to remember their chemical name also, I have made one trick here, npc. Just remember npc. Okay, npc, non profitable compound interest. Non profitable compound interest, just remember, non profitable compound interest is rupees 3512. Non profitable compound interest, non profitable compound interest is rupees 3512. Is rupees 3512. Non profitable compound interest is rupees 3512. And 3p5 and c12. 3 represents vitamin B3, 5 represents vitamin B5, 12 represents vitamin B12. N for niacin, P for pantothenic acid, and C stand for cyanocobalamin. Niacin, pantothenic acid, and cyanocobalamin. At least you should remember the initials of their chemical name. In that condition also, you can tick the option in your examination. You can tick the option in your examination. If you are still if you just able to remember their initials also, it will help you to pick the right option in the examination. Clear? So it will help you a lot. Non profitable compound interest is rupees 3512, and the trp of a television show is 126. Trp of a television show is 126. Clear? Now we will talk in the last about vitamin C. We will talk about vitamin C, and the chemical name of vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Very, very important. Very, very important. Ascorbic acid. Chemical name of vitamin C is ascorbic acid. And one of the most important line which is written at the last, that in smokers and drinkers vitamin C is absent. Whoever do excessive smoking and excessive drinking, in their body vitamin C is absent. In their body vitamin C is absent, and that's why you can see that there is no glow in their face. Okay, whoever smokes very much, whoever drinks very much, there is no any kind of glow in their face because of the absence of this vitamin C. Okay, because it really helps to maintain the health of your skin also. Okay, this vitamin C, it also helps, and vitamin B also helps to maintain your skin healthy. Now, vitamin C sources are citrus fruit. Everyone knows that citrus fruit like orange, grapefruit, lemon, and guava. Very important. Guava is a very different example. Okay, because sometimes we know that vitamin C is the citrus fruits are the chief source of vitamin C, like orange, grapefruit, lemon, strawberry, tomato, kiwi fruit. Okay, these are citrus fruits kind of thing. Now, but guava. Sometimes guava, we don't think that guava is a citrus fruit, but you have to remember that guava also is the chief source of vitamin C. Guava contains vitamin C. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, many times this question has been asked in the examination. Okay, that guava contains which vitamin? It's a vitamin C. Understood? Now, functions of vitamin C: helps healing after operation and injury. Helps healing after operation and injury, helps calcium and iron absorption, and enhance immunity. What is the function of vitamin C? Basically it helps after operation and injury, okay, and helps in calcium and iron absorption in our body, and it enhance your immunity. It helps to boost your immunity, okay. So at the time of pandemic also, it was suggested that take orange juice or take lemon juice, take or drink as much as citrus fruit juice as you can, just to enhance your immunity level, okay, or to just boost your immunity to fight with the coronavirus or something, whatever the virus is, okay. So it helps to enhance your immunity. What are the symptoms of deficiency of this vitamin? Scurvy is the disease, very famous. Scurvy is the disease: fall of teeth, gum inflammation, bleeding, and weakness. So most important is scurvy. Everyone knows that scurvy is the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Very, very famous, very, very famous. We are learning these things from our school time. Symptoms of excess of this vitamin: abdominal pain, that is pain in your stomach, diarrhea, and kidney stone. Okay, so these are the symptoms of excess of vitamin C. Okay, and last point, I already explained that in smokers and drinkers vitamin C is absent. Okay, so guys, here your class ends today. This is all